So like most things I'm doing on this channel, this is the first time that I'm delving into either a chain or sprockets, so let's just do it together. And the whole purpose of this, like if you want to see exactly how it's done the exact right way, maybe go somewhere else. So I think the first thing we're going to do is take off the front socket cover. I thought this one was a 10 millimeter, but it's actually an 8 millimeter. So as you can see right there, that's a 15 tooth, and this is a 38 tooth in the rear. That's the stock configuration. We're gonna go down to a 14 tooth. And here's the 14 tooth we're gonna replace it with. It's the JTF 249.14. And right in here, we've got these two bolts. We're just gonna take these off, and these are 10 millimeter bolts. That was easy. So we can just take it off. Yeah, it just pops right off. All right. Now we'll save this in case we want to reuse it for any reason. All right, so we purchased this chain on Amazon. It's just a niche X-ring chain. Okay, there's the two chains together. And looks like this one's just stretched, the old one's just stretched out just a tiny bit, but that's okay. It's the same 108 link. We're going down a tooth, but it stays 108 link, I believe. So I think I'll do the words out. I don't think it matters. It looks identical in both directions. So this has a rounded, you cannot see that, but there's gonna be a rounded side and a really straight side. The straight side faces out because the rounded side, you don't want it to catch on anything over here, I guess. Okay, I'm just throwing a dab of blue Loctite on both of these and installing them. Okay, I mean, I think that's it. I honestly don't know what I'm doing. All right, we're all lubed up. Cool. Wow, okay. That went on really easy. And one of my super smart subscribers said, because last time I put some tension on this chain so that it was touching, I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna use a rag this time so it doesn't hurt the teeth like ever. You know, no chance of damaging the teeth. So we'll just put a little rag in there, get some tension on the chain, push this up against the swing arm, and then we can just tighten it down. I thought it was a great idea. So smart. All right, we had to adjust it 3 times, but I think we finally got the chain on. Got the chain slider. We're just barely touching the chain slider right there. That's about perfect. So now that we've swapped the sprocket, we're about 3 to 4 miles per hour off on our display, and the chain is good, sprockets are good, everything is great. During the test ride, we came across this nasty noise. Check it out. At this point, I have no idea why that chain is making that grating noise. It just sounds terrible. And it doesn't do it when the chain is cold, but when the chain warms up and you go highway speeds, it starts making that really terrible noise. And it goes away when it's cold or at low speed. So that's where we're at. We're having an issue with the chain. It's the new X-ring chain, and I don't know what's wrong. So what I ended up doing is just sitting on the side of the road for a couple minutes, messing around with it, letting the chain cool down, and when I took off again, the sound was gone. And then as I was riding home and the chain warmed up, the sound returned. So I made it all the way home, didn't really have an issue with the chain other than the noise, and then I took the X-ring chain off of the bike and put that stock chain back on the bike, and that's where we are today. Putting the stock chain back on, fixed all those issues, so we're running the 14 tooth in the front, 38 in the back. We need to put a speedo healer on it to just do a run, but from a chain perspective, I can't actually finish this video because I don't know what's wrong. So if you have any idea on what that could possibly be, I looked online, I tried to figure out like what that could be, and most people say, oh, it's a bad chain, bad sprockets, and I really can't find a whole lot of info on this. So I went to Amazon, and my 30-day window to return this chain was actually out, so I just reached out to the seller and said, hey, here's the issue that I'm having with this chain. I sent him a video, and asked them what I could do about it. I didn't even ask if I could get it replaced or anything. I just said, hey, do you know what's happening with this chain? So they didn't give me an explanation on what went wrong or why it was bad. They just said, hey, I'm sorry to hear that about this chain. Let me send you a brand new one for free. So that's what they did. They sent this to me in 2 days, and I have a brand new niche chain that's an X-ring chain. Now, I'm still concerned that it's going to have that same issue that this first one has, but we'll see. This is going to have to be for another video, but I appreciated them actually reaching out and giving me a new chain, and they didn't give me any hassle whatsoever. From a customer support standpoint, man, if this works out, it'll be amazing. But that's where we are in terms of the chain swap. Yeah, we'll see. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.